So the day is here. I'm Angelo Patiri, and today we launch the Bet on Yourself podcast. This is a super exciting new launch for me. I think that we got some great content for people. I think that I have a story that's going to resonate to you, that you're going to be able to take and motivate to build your own life, to bet on yourself and work into the future of your entrepreneurial journey, just like I did starting in 2008. Let me give you a little history of how we got here. My family was wealthy. My father, my uncle, they had a large flooring company. They did really well in the 70s and 80s. I thought that that was going to be my path. I thought, I'm going to work at this family tile business because that's just what we do. We're Italian and we just work in the family business when we grow up. Unfortunately, everything in my life changed when I was 10 years old and my parents were divorced. Our life changed fast. My mom moved 5 kids from Boston back to Toronto where she had some support from the family. She wasn't getting child support. I don't know. My dad got lost for a few years, I think is the best I can say. We miss him like crazy. However, there was a period of his life where he hurt our family. 5 kids moving back to Toronto. We went from a 5,000 square foot home into a townhome with 2 bedrooms. I didn't even have a bedroom to sleep in. So I'm scarred. I need to sleep on a couch most nights because that's my childhood. I grew up on a couch. I didn't have a bedroom. I didn't have windows. I had nothing. And looking at my mom and how hard she worked for us made me so inspired that I said to myself, one day I'm going to build a big, huge company. I'm going to be way richer than my dad and anybody else in our family because they were all still wealthy. All my cousins had vacation properties and they had cottages and they had places in Florida. And I didn't envy them, but I wish that I was them. And I made that decision at 10 years old. I said, I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to take care of my mom when I grow up. That was my goal. At first, I thought it was going to be football because I was maybe a little bit better than average high school football player. I thought I could go somewhere. I was going to play in college. I was going to do all these amazing things. 2 ACL surgeries ended that. Then I realized, wait, you're only 5'7" on an awesome day. You're not as fast as everybody else. You're probably not going to make it in football. Why don't you finish your university and get your degree? So that was my new plan. I was going to get my degree, then I was going to get an MBA, and I was going to be this great business person. Unfortunately, that got torn down too because my dad suffered a major heart attack, made him disabled. He had to learn how to talk again. I decided that I would step up for the family and take over his role in our family flooring business. And I thought that was going to be an awesome thing. I thought it would work out. My mom was dead against it. She had wished that I didn't make that decision. I kind of wish that I listened to her, but I learned a lot from my uncle, working with him and working beside him, things that shaped me into the businessman today. I owe him a lot of credit for that. However, the business model was failing. They were way too heavy in real estate. It was eating away the business's cash flow. At the same time, we then had 9/11. Then we had Home Depot and Lowe's and these big box stores selling tiles for cheaper than we could buy them from in Italy. And the business failed. And guess what? This guy right here, Jeej, Angelo Patiri, personally bankrupt, 26 years old, about to get married and personally bankrupt. So embarrassing, so ashamed. I didn't know what I was going to do with myself. I was surprised that my wife was going to stick this out with me. Who wants to marry somebody literally going through bankruptcy? She did. She stood by me. She still stands by me today. She's a big motivator for me in my life. So I decided to play pro poker. I was going down, doing great in the New England Poker Classic tournaments down in Foxwoods. Won a couple, put some money away from that. Was able to be successful playing 10-20 limit at a small local casino. I thought things were great, but Tam didn't like it. Tam hated it. She wanted a regular person as her husband. She wanted somebody she could be proud of, not a gambler, not a poker player. So I decided, you know what? I'm sitting at a table at 2:00 in the morning in Little Brantford, Ontario, and I'm looking at the table and everybody's in a bad mood. They're all grouchy. Nobody's happy. And also what I didn't notice, one of these, nobody had a wedding ring on. They were all divorced. And I said to myself, this is no life. You got to get out of this life. You got to find something better. You're better than this. I went home that day. I had 2 sisters that worked in staffing. Connie, Deanna, both work for Kelly Services, one of my biggest competitors right now. One of the best staffing companies in the entire world. I got an interview with them. The interview went great. I borrowed a suit from my cousin. I thought I looked good. I sat there, I talked, and I was like, this lady's going to hire me for sure. Guess what? She didn't. She looked at me and she said, "You are going to be the best person in staffing that I have ever worked with. But you can't work for this company. They will smother your personality with bureaucracy and red tape. And it's just not you. You got to go work for somebody else." Luckily for you, my son is the VP of another staffing firm. So I went and met with him. We talked about poker. We talked about a lot of things. They hired me. There's a lot of this story coming out later in the podcast. I just want you to know how I got into this. That guy, Don Cheevers, he hired me. He took a chance on me. I grew. 2008, the owner of that company came to me, sold me one branch in Brantford, Ontario, was doing $800K a year in revenue. I built that to a $50 million staffing firm. I'm so proud of that. There have been a lot of people along the way. I got a beautiful family. My wife, Tamara, my daughter, Jessica, she's 17. My daughter, Alyssa, she's 14. These girls are my inspiration. Many other people in my life too. My mom, still there, taking care of her now. Happy to do that. And Forbes came to me to write a book. So I started writing the book. And now I decided, let's do this podcast. People need to hear my story. My story is important. This podcast is going to not only teach you how to bet on yourself, it's going to give you the tools to build your business, to build your dream, to make your life better for your family and the people that inspire you. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for that. We are going to teach you my history of poker. We're going to let you learn how to gamble. If you want to go to Vegas, we're going to show you the most amazing things you've ever seen in Vegas, things that most people don't have access to. We have access to that. We have friends there. We have connections there. We're going to show you that lifestyle. We are going to show you how to work the casino system with a host, how to get free rooms, how to get free meals, how to get everything for free. It doesn't take a lot to do it. It just takes a little bit of work and knowledge. That's all. We're going to teach you how it works in Vegas. We're going to teach you how to handle these new online gambling sites that are coming out. What's good about them? What's bad about them? We're going to teach you a lot about it because there's a lot of interest out there right now. A lot of people are sports betting. We're going to bring on sports betting experts. We're going to have great guests for you to learn from. We're going to do a lot of other things too. Some of the other things we're going to teach you on the business side, though, we're going to inspire entrepreneurs. That's important to me. We are going to have people in small business learn to grow and scale. One thing I learned early in life watching Jim Collins, Good to Great, speak. 99% of business owners own a business. They own a job. That's all they own is their salary. 1% own something tangible that's worth a lot that they can sell, that they can retire on. We want to get into that 1%. That was my goal after I heard that speech. That speech motivated me. It inspired me to become who I am today. And it made me build a company, not just a job, not just a small business, not just be a small business owner earning a salary every week. We need a job, right? So we're going to help people in sales. We're going to help people interested in gambling. We're going to help people interested in trips. We're going to help people motivate people to become personal and professional. We're going to teach you how to build lasting, long relationships with people, with your clients, so that your client can be your client for life. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to teach you how to overcome your challenges in work and in life. These things are important. This is what you're going to learn from this podcast. Also, you're going to laugh like crazy because my guests, they're going to be funny. And the stories that we're going to tell, they're going to be real. They're going to be authentic. They're not going to be, content safe. Some of the other things that you can expect to learn. Motivating and managing employees. Very important if you want to grow a business and become large and scale it. One of the biggest challenges I always had was letting go. I was like a control freak in the early stages of my business. I had to learn how to let go. Let the staff grow. Let the staff become them, but keep your vision. Let them drive your vision. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to tell you a lot of stories of triumphs. We're going to tell you a lot of stories of failures, setbacks, challenges, all these things. We're going to help you overcome it all. I'm helping, probably 30 people at a time, anytime in my life that come to me with advice for business. Barbers, new business owners, retail store owners, managers.
Not to cut you off, but to be honest, I attribute a lot of my success in the way I handle business due to the conversations you and I had just over the teller counter. A lot of the things you taught me, just free game, bro, I don't think I'd be where I'm at, I'm an adopted guy, I have a great dad, but we never connected on that type of relationship or those type of conversations. A lot of the conversations you would give me, just if it was the 10 minutes in line while you're waiting in line, just over the counter, the free game you were giving me, I absorbed you like a sponge, bro. I looked up to you just from knowing that you built what you've built from the ground up off a crazy success story.
Thank you, man.
You know, that's unheard of, man. It's something that gives people chills, and I think once your story becomes more public, you're gonna hit the ground running, bro. Like all the success you've had in your personal business, wait till it touches social media. Wait till the world.
I just joined Instagram literally last week, man.
You're moving already.
We are going to launch our first podcast in May. Our episode 1 is going to be with a very good friend of mine, James Wisniewski. This guy is a beauty. Played in the NHL.
Wisniewski fires and scores! But when you've got a pit bull like Wisniewski, he's going to stand up to anything. And if somebody wants to go, then he's going to show some leadership.
Probably over 50 NHL fights. This guy is awesome. And him and I are great friends. We're going to have great banter together. You're going to hear some great stories. And he's going to teach you guys a lot about his life. I can't wait to release episode 1. So excited for this journey. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe. Please hit me up on my personal email if you want any advice on business. We're going to learn a lot about each other. We're going to learn a lot about life. We're going to make our lives better. And we're going to bet on ourselves. Tune in for that episode 1. Can't wait to start this with you.